First time ever there's a female prime minister in Samoa and doesn't even finish the term. Crazy.
As CocoNet would put it, is this sexist?
No, it's a reflection of leadership.
Right.
Attitude of a team is a reflection of leadership. You know, and this all comes down to that one case, the hit and run case. And I think what you're seeing is people are sick of corruption. They're really sick of corruption. Yeah. They got rid of HRPP because they're corrupt. And they don't support this government because they're seeing it. Like, it's just crap. Crap. Unbelievable, man. And I think a lot of people who know properly, like the way things go down in Samoa, will see that this was horribly led, arrogant, you know, still perpetuating corruption.
Was there mentioned about, what do you call it, the lawyers accusing the police of corruption?
Yeah. So that's a big one. Now, already songs have come out. Did you see the songs that have come out yesterday about the court
songs?
Case?
Like actual people have made music.
So
It's reached the arts now.
Yes. So
awesome.
Now people are using songs to call out the police because right now with the snap election being called, and now the Prime Minister's gone, and she set up her own party this morning or last night called the United. Was it the United Party, right? And she lost massively. What was that, 34-16?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Like, I was resting Queensland versus New South Wales.
Yeah. And so at the same time of the snap election, there's a court case going on, which is that awesome criminal libel, you know, that the government, her government and her police officers have used to try and...
what a useless law that is, bro.
Unbelievable.
What a waste of
so
time.
Again, the police officer there who's in charge, the police commissioner, in fact, sorry, I forgot his name. Police commissioner. Remember, this was about the hit and run case. There was a hit and run of an innocent kid, and the witnesses came along and said, "Bro, it was a politician. We saw him. It was a politician," and they had the photo, and then all of that was lost. So
Took his phone.
Yeah. So what happened is that they got this police officer to investigate it first, right, to see if it was true. Now, this police officer was actually a part of when FAST, remember how FAST did the, when they had that tent, when they won the election, and FAST had to have their own little swearing in because they were locked outside of Parliament? So the police officer who helped that, who did it by the law, was told to investigate the case of the hit and run, right? And so he found witnesses, Sam, the main witness, the kid who gave the photo and everything, and a couple of others. And what happened, the police commissioner got wind of that. And so he got someone else to investigate that investigation. Okay, so that dude, that police officer, the first guy who I said he found the 3 witnesses and he was going to follow through with the case against the politician, right? And so the police commissioner went and got someone else to investigate that investigation, right? And so that's the superintendent. And then that second guy who investigated charged the investigator and those 3 witnesses and some politicians with defamation, libel, and conspiracy.
Oh man, they're just throwing it away like
Oprah. This is how fucked up it is. It's so crazy. So I'll just rewind it and say it again. So initially, the police officer in charge, who's a very honorable man. Yeah. He was part of that swearing in the tent. Like, he didn't care about the optics. This was the law. I'll help you. We'll do this. And very honorable police officer. So he got told to investigate the claims of this politician doing a hit and run. And so, we got three witnesses. It seems like there's a good case. The police commissioner in charge went and got another person to investigate that police officer's investigation. And that superintendent charged that investigating police officer and the witnesses and the 2 MPs. Remember, one was Lauli, right? Yeah. Because Lauli told the kid, look, you need to go. We can help you find the truth. Anyway, that second investigator charged them all with defamation, libel, and conspiracy, right? And so that's where we're at. And that's why there was this whole backlash. Lauli was like, Fiamē, fuck, look at what's happening here. But Fiamē sided with the police commissioner. all right? And that's caused a split.
Why?
In FAST. Exactly.
Why?
Exactly. So right now, with the snap election happening, there is the case of the criminal libel happening. And these two lawyers from New Zealand have come in, King's Counsels. So these are the top of the top, and they don't give a fuck. They've been firing off, man, and it's been an awesome follow. So the very first witness who got called for cross-examination was the police commissioner, the guy who went and got another dude to reinvestigate and charge all those people with criminal libel. And so he went at him, called him corrupt, said that he was poisoning the police system to try and to save himself. And this is why it is actually really important to have some foreigners come in. Like, they don't give a fuck. Lawyers are meant to not give a fuck. You're supposed to fight for your client. Robust defense. I don't care if you're the prime minister, if you're cousins with the prime minister, best friends. I don't care if you're a police commissioner. I'm coming at you. All right, let's do this. And that's what these King's Counsels have come in, and they absolutely slaughtered. Like, they had to warn the police commissioner about perjury because he was lying. He got caught lying. On like Tuesday, he said, yes, I encouraged them to investigate. I put the group in to investigate and lay the charges. But he's the claimant. He should have nothing to do with helping the investigation of those people, right? Because that's a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
The very next day, he comes out and says, sorry, I had nothing to do with it. Okay, it's like he realized, there's a conflict of interest, right? And if there's a conflict of interest, all those charges get thrown out. Okay, the criminal libel out the window, all those charges. So he gets warned with perjury, which is serious. You cannot lie. Remember, when you're a witness, you get the Bible, Christian country, put your hand on it, and you swear to God you will not lie. He was caught lying in the space of 24 hours, right? Perjury, serious. King's Counsel got him. And he lies about two other things, and he gets roasted because he brought back guys who were terminated for bribery and corruption. He brought them back, and then so they lose their job. He brings them back, and they become witnesses in this defamation case. So the guy goes, you brought these corrupt police, knowing they're corrupt, they've been terminated. You bring them back to be witnesses in your case, right? So you say you can have a job so long as you be a witness in my case, right? That's what you did, right? No, you're corrupt. And then the police commissioner appeals to the judge. Look, I'm not corrupt. That's a very harsh word.
It's blackmail, wasn't it?
But the judge is like this. The judge ignores him, all right? So that was the police commissioner. Then the next witness, number 2, is the superintendent, is the guy who investigated the first investigation and then charges everyone. Then he gets smashed up because he starts to do hearsay, which is you can only speak about what you see, what you hear. You can't say like, Danny told me that he saw the books over there. That's hearsay. I'm telling you what Danny told me. No, you let Danny say, and I just say what I saw where the books were. I cannot, okay, it's hearsay. You're not allowed hearsay. So he gets a formal warning from the judge after he's warned by the King's Counsel. You're not allowed to hearsay. Hearsay is like talking shit. You're talking shit. Stop it. You can only talk about what you see, what you hear, like your evidence. Stop talking about, he does it again. The judge now comes in and says, look, I'm giving you a final warning. Hearsay, please stick to what you saw. Stop making up stuff about what other people have said and told you, and you're trying to parrot them. It's crazy. Those are the first 2 witnesses, and there's 76 more to go. So remember, that case is what divided the FAST party, right? Lauli was trying to tell Sam, the main witness, look, we need to get your truth out there, right? FAST helped by getting King's Counsels, these lawyers now have come in from overseas. Really good, experienced lawyers have come in, and we know them in New Zealand. They're fucking top dogs, right? They don't give a fuck. New Zealand lawyers are very good. They're humble. They don't give a fuck. They do their role. And then, so this case is going on while the FAST party, Fiamē, lost, completely, her own party shit, doesn't even finish her term, right? So she's not prime minister anymore, or she's caretaker now. And then this main case is so important because this is the reason why the Fast Party split. Fiamē supported the police commissioner. Fiamē supported the superintendent, and they're getting absolutely rinsed and made to look stupid and corrupt by these lawyers from New Zealand. It's a whole different standard, you know. And the lawyer even said, "You're corrupt." Now, I don't think there's any Samoan lawyer, I don't even think I would, who would ever put that to the Samoan police commissioner. "You're corrupt," because that's fucking serious. He said that. He didn't give a fuck. "You're corrupt because of this. And he's just been called out, made to look stupid. Songs now have been released, making a joke and a mockery of the police commissioner and the superintendent.
Is that NZ lawyer been done for libel?
Good point. Good point. But
You can't call him corrupt.
But that's why this libel thing doesn't exist in New Zealand, because you get slapped around and look stupid. You know, like, again, all the Western countries got rid of it. For this reason, it's stupid. You will look stupid when you get scrutinized and cross-examined by big dogs. You know, by I don't want to say real lawyers, but by New Zealand lawyers are another level, man. They're another level. That's why it's always important to get a law degree or get admitted to the bar in New Zealand, man, because these dudes are good. It's like the All Blacks, bro. These are the All Blacks lawyers, bro. They've gone over there, honestly. Bro, they just grabbed the police, goes, "Da, da." And then the next guy, superintendent comes up, "Ah." It's hilarious. So I might lose my practicing certificate for talking like that. But you got to follow it. Go on Talamua. Thank God, because Langi Kirosoma is putting exactly what happened. Remember, Samoa Observer will be, respectful.
Yeah, and so the game.
Yeah, and so some of the information that makes these the police commissioner and the superintendent look stupid will not be put in some of the articles. But Langi Kirosoma has just put him up. You know why? Because she has now been charged under the criminal libel, under the defamation libel. And Jaws, the Journalist Association now, are defending her. You know, we need this. How can the top journalists now be charged with defamation for bringing out the truth? So I think she's at a point where I don't give a fuck now. I'm going to say everything that happened. You know, this is what has been said to the police commissioner in the court case. This is his response. Look how, she didn't say look how stupid, but you can look at how stupid it is, the whole thing. And it's fascinating because this is why the Fast Party was separated in the first place. It had nothing to do with she's a woman. It had everything to do with this case.
For leadership.
Yeah, with her siding with the police commissioner, who's getting smacked up by the lawyers, with her siding with the superintendent, who's getting smacked up by the King's councils already. You know, she just sided with the power and not with the truth and the testimony of the witnesses, and not even try to search for the truth. And that's what this was all about. Lauli tried to find the truth of this case, of the killing of an innocent young person.
She tried to hide it?
Because the police are known to be with Tulepa and HRPP. Yeah. And remember, Fiamē is an old HRPP, Tulepa number 2 all the way. So, you know, it's just massive because the only ones who could slap these guys around is some foreigners. And they've come in with not knowing anybody. And this is the good thing about not being friends with too many people, is that you don't give a fuck. You know, this is why a lot of lawyers, we're told, don't be try friends nicey to everyone, because when it comes to the truth, you won't cross-examine these people hard. You won't be tough on them in the search for the truth, because that's your boy. That's my friend. And all of that shit. That's why a lot of lawyers tend to stay to themselves, stay private, because when the time comes to give a robust cross-examination and you must search for the truth no matter what, they will deliver.